स्क्रीन टाइम देने से एक बच्चे के साइकी पे या तो उसका एक ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट में कैसा असर होता है?
When you go to a restaurant, the entire family, everybody, right from a 3-year-old. So we say, the screen is the way to feed a child. And parents use this excuse, bacha khayega nahi uske bina. And, you just see the child hardly even eating the food. He's just mindlessly gobbling away the food. And I think as adults, we're also guilty of doing this.
Is the presence of a 24/7 mother important and recommended?
Quantity of time spent with the child is not as important as quality of the time. Generally, when they come in, I ask them the first question, what do you want from your parents? The first thing they will say is, I want them to put their phone down when they're talking to me.
2 जनरेशन पहले लिटरली द एवरेज फादर डिड नॉट नो कि मेरा बच्चा कौन सा क्लास में है. Their fathers should be like this, or you feel fathers should be much more involved with their children?
So in my clinic, in the waiting area, earlier we used to have only mothers. Nowadays we definitely have more fathers in the waiting
It's
area.
a good sign.
It's a good sign.
Divorcees के बच्चे themselves are more prone to being divorced in their life. Is that true?
I've spoken to some kids, young kids, just to ask their opinions if their parents were divorced. It can be extreme. I saw another child as young as 10 years she was, and she told me, I'm never going to get married in my life. I said, why? Because I've only seen my parents fighting from the time I've been a child. So it totally depends on the child's temperament, I would.
From a growing child's perspective, which is better, joint ki nuclear?
In a nuclear family, both parents have the say only. In a joint family, everybody is parenting the child. Everybody's style of parenting is different. There's so much generational change that sometimes parents are accepting, but the grandparents are not accepting. So I think both sides have pros and cons.
कुछ बच्चे जमीन पे लेट के ऐसे पटक रहे हैं and all of that, and we are scared कि यार ये क्या हो रहा है यार, ऐसे tantrums. तो ये tantrums normal है, और अगर normal है, when does it become abnormal?
Between 2 to 4 years of age, 2 to 5 years of age, tantrums are common. Best way for a tantrum to end is pay no attention. No amount of talking, convincing will help. It will only increase because that is attention in some form to your child.
A parent does find out कि my child is watching pornographic stuff या तो has got easy access to it. How should a parent confront this situation? हेलो एवरीवन, मैं हूं डॉक्टर कपिल एंड वेलकम टू डिटॉक्स विद डॉक्टर कपिल. बच्चे मन के सच्चे, लेकिन उनके मन में क्या चल रहा है इसके बारे में हम सब है कच्चे. इसी टॉपिक के बारे में वी हैव गॉट डॉक्टर मंजरी देशपांडे, हु इज अ चाइल्ड साइकाइट्रिस्ट, टू कम इन आवर पॉडकास्ट एंड टॉक अबाउट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. ऑटिज्म, ADHD, कोकोमेलिन, स्क्रीन टाइम, ये सब के बारे में आज डिस्कशन होने वाला है मेरे पॉडकास्ट पे, विच इज डिटॉक्स विद डॉक्टर कपिल. स्टे ट्यून्ड. हेलो डॉक्टर मंजरी, थैंक यू सो मच कि आप अग्री किए डिटॉक्स विद डॉक्टर कपिल में आने के लिए. बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स के लिए आई थिंक आज का जो पॉडकास्ट है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इट्स डेडिकेटेड टू चाइल्ड साइकाइट्री. यू आर अ वेरी फेमस चाइल्ड एंड एडोलेसेंट साइकाइट्रिस्ट एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग ऑन दिस शो. सबसे पहली बात तो मैं थोड़ा कंफ्यूज्ड इस चीज पे हूँ कि यार आई थिंक 10-20 ईयर्स बैक तो ऐसा कोई ब्रांच शायद से एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं होता था, या तो एग्जिस्ट होता था एंड आई डिड नॉट नो. सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली डू यू थिंक इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ द इमर्जेंस ऑफ समथिंग नोन एज चाइल्ड साइकाइट्री?
So thank you, Kapil, for inviting me on this show, and it's a pleasure to be here. It's a very much needed topic to be discussed about because this is something that is very common. And as you said, yes, maybe a couple of years ago, child psychiatry wasn't common. To that matter, I think even psychiatry is often a stigmatized subject.
Yes.
Now even when I tell people I'm a child psychiatrist, I'm a psychiatrist, people will look, okay, they don't want to associate. Correct. The moment I say child psychiatry, people are interested now. That's the change. Okay. People are interested. The thing is, more than 50% of adult psychiatric illnesses begin before the age of 14 years. So that's that's the prevalence. And when I was studying psychiatry, when we were seeing adult psychiatry, a lot of causes root back to childhood, their upbringing, their childhood. So yes, that's why child psychiatry is that important, because if we want to create a mentally healthy environment and adults, mentally healthy and adults, I think it's so important to associate and to see what's happening in the childhood. Okay. So that's why child psychiatry is definitely an emerging branch. I've been practicing for the last 11 years now, and I've seen a great change And I've
Okay.
seen definitely more and more parents coming, more and more children need help. And especially I think after COVID, things definitely have worsened in a way. So there was a mental epidemic as well. We know that mental illnesses peaked during COVID, and a lot of children and adolescents went through a lot of distress. And that's when probably things started coming to notice. And I've seen a surge in most of the disorders post-COVID.
Post-COVID.
Yes, definitely. And the last 5 years, I think, and definitely with digitalization and, children being exposed to a lot of things online, offline, everything, I think it's much needed. And child psychiatry is definitely going to keep emerging. And it's going to be an ever evolving branch.
But then thank you because we've got warriors like yourself, because this is a daunting task. अभी आपने जो opening इसमें था, आपने बोला था कि 50% of adult psychiatric illnesses actually begin and trace back to childhood.
Definitely.
So that puts so much more pressure on, people like you, because you need to catch these things early. COVID, of course, see, unfortunately, all of us, COVID के बाद में we only think of respiratory and जो deaths हुए थे, but जो mental aspect of COVID जो है, that's something जो हम शायद से backbench पे डाल दिए. But yes, it's heartening to know that, people are coming सामने से and they are getting interested in this branch. One of the reasons why we are having this podcast. आपको पता है डॉक्टर मंजरी, आप आने से पहले मैं सोचा चलो मैं खुद थोड़ा एक रिसर्च कर लूँ कि यार इतना क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है. आई वाज अमेज्ड कि इतना इतना वास्ट है आपका जो सब्जेक्ट है. आई थॉट आज के पॉडकास्ट में लेट अस टॉक अबाउट 3 मेन थिंग्स. ओके, सो फर्स्ट जो चीज़ें हैं जो हम सब गिल्टी है, मैं भी गिल्टी हूँ, वो है स्क्रीन टाइम. हम सब रोबोट्स बन गए कहाँ ना कहाँ. मैं तो मेरे मोबाइल पे ऐसे कॉन्स्टेंट 25. माई वाइफ इज वॉचिंग, शी विल अग्री टू दिस फैक्ट. बट there was a show in Netflix, Adolescence करके. I won't tell the story कि क्या है, of course, लेकिन a lot of things happen because of ungoverned screen time. And the director actually was very shocked and he was surprised कि India में Adolescence got so much of a reception. He was shocked. In his interviews, he's like, I never expected कि India जैसे जगह में. So मेरा first question आपको ऐसा है कि वाकई इंडिया में स्क्रीन टाइम बच्चों के लिए इतना ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम है जितना वो डायरेक्टर बोल रहा था, और ही वॉज एग्जैजरेटिंग फॉर पब्लिसिटी?
No, it's definitely a problem in India. I think it's a problem overall, but of course, in Indian population, it's becoming a huge problem. We get a lot of kids, young children, teenagers being severely addicted to the internet, to games, to TV, to watching something, etc. I mean, we can definitely discuss a lot because that's definitely a huge prevalence, and a lot of disorders are beginning from there. Family problems are beginning from there itself.
मतलब फैमिली प्रॉब्लम, मतलब आई थिंक मोबाइल गिविंग राइज टू फैमिली प्रॉब्लम्स, दैट्स समथिंग व्हिच रियली नीड्स टू बी सीन. बट इफ आई आस्क यू अ सिंपल थिंग कि एग्जैक्टली स्क्रीन टाइम देने से एक बच्चे के साइकी पे या तो उसका एक ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट में कैसा असर होता है, तो व्हाट विल यू से?
So, we compare internet addiction or mobile use addiction to substance addiction. So, what happens in alcohol? What happens in drug abuse? There's a part of our brain, the dopamine kick, right? The reward pathway is kicked in. And the same thing, we've seen the same changes happen in a child who's been constantly exposed to, say, screens. The reward pathway gets kicked in, the dopamine is released, the child feels very excited. And then the child wants to do more and more. What happens in alcohol? You drink first 30 ml, 60 ml, and then that's not enough. You develop tolerance, you want to develop more. Similarly, a child who was very happy seeing half an hour screen, after a couple of days needs 1 hour, needs 2 hours. And then it slowly begins to replace all his outdoor play, his fun. So we have teenagers who used to love football, love cricket, and now they play football. And I ask them, you're playing football? Oh, the difference is we're playing it online. So that's more of a kick for them. That's also requiring less physical, energy, having to go out. So instant gratification, you put on, you start playing a game, you feel immediately happy. Okay. Whereas you want to go to the playground, it requires time. So that's called delayed gratification. So because of this, screens give this kick. We call it instant gratification. You watch a child, a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, you go to a restaurant nowadays. That's very, very disheartening for me to see. When you go to a restaurant, the entire family, everybody, right from a 3-year-old. So we say, the screen is the way to feed a child. And the parents use this excuse. I don't believe in it at all. But parents use this excuse, bacha khayega nahi uske bina. And, you just see the child hardly even eating the food. He's just mindlessly gobbling away the food. And I think as adults, we're also guilty of doing this. And that's why screens can be extremely addictive.
मेरे चेहरे पे थोड़ा एक स्माइल आ गया, थोड़ा मुझे नीचे देखना है, बिकॉज आपने जो लास्ट में जो बोला एग्जैक्टली ऐसे कभी कभी होता है मेरे साथ भी, बिकॉज माई वाइफ एंड मी व्हेन वी गो आउट समटाइम्स ऐसा होता है, समटाइम्स यू विल सी बोथ ऑफ अस टॉकिंग इधर उधर एंड द चाइल्ड इज ऑन द मोबाइल. सो येस, सॉरी, सम चेंजेस जो मुझे भी करना है.
Definitely.
बट बचपन में हमें तो जैसा बोलते थे कि यार हॉरर मूवी है, बच्चों को मत दिखाओ. सो हमारे मन में शायद से वो एक लॉक इन हो गया कि सर्टन जॉनर्स है जो डेफिनेटली बच्चों को नहीं दिखाना. एंड आई पुट हॉरर एज वन ऑफ इट. डू यू थिंक डिफरेंट जॉनर्स हैव गॉट अ डिफरेंट इफेक्ट ऑन किड्स?
Yeah, ideally, I believe that. But you look at teenagers, you just try to ask them what are they watching today? Horror, fantasy, dark humor, suspense, psychological thrillers. Teenagers are very addicted to this kind of series. You're in the best of your mental health, you watch, you can forget it, you can move on, fine. But you don't know who's a little vulnerable that day. You yourself think you've had a bad day at work, and then you watch like a horror movie, or you've been a little anxious on a particular day, and you watch a horror movie. You definitely can't sleep that night. So it definitely depends on what you're going through, which a teenager we know goes through their normal mood swings. They have their highs, they have their lows, which is why watching something as intense as this, where you get drawn into it, where you can't sometimes differentiate between real world and real world. And that's when younger children, we often see them, engaging in imaginative play. They're just, moving about. A couple of years ago, we had a lot of cases that were suddenly, the parents are wondering what's happened to the child. The child is playing and then suddenly starts making these movements, making sounds, because the child can't differentiate real world, real world. So when you talk to them, they're still living in that real world, that thing that they were watching. So that continues. There's no pause button to that, which is why supervising what your child is watching, not just the time. So parents tell us, oh, we are very mindful, we've given our time, our child 1 hour of screen time, but in that 1 hour, what exactly he's watching, that is more important.
Okay, so I think sometimes we skip this part because ऐसा लगता है कि एक घंटा है हमारे पास, but we sometimes fail to understand कि what exactly is the child watching.
Yes.
लेकिन मंजरी, मेरे पास अभी 2 क्वेश्चंस आपको पूछना है. कि सबसे पहला है कि सपोज आपके पास एक टीनेजर है. ऑब्वियसली हैंडलिंग टीनेजर्स इज डिफिकल्ट, आपने ऑलरेडी बोला. You've got a teenager versus you've got, let's say, a kid who's less than 5 years old. Do you think that exposing both of them to screen time will have a difference in affection in both the individuals?
Yes, because the child in less than 5 years is still developing his milestones. So the motor milestones, the speech milestones, are still developing. So we have a lot of kids who, can parents come and tell us, my child can speak very well. And then you ask, okay, he'll say a Cocomelon rhyme, he'll say a nursery rhyme, he'll even tell a story. But the moment you ask him, how are you? What is your name? The child is not able to say that. So socialization has come down because these children are constantly, so we say, watching screens is a one-way interaction. You're just watching, you're just absorbing. That same 1 hour you talk to a parent or you talk to somebody, it's a two-way conversation. While in teenagers, these milestones have developed, but psychology of teenagers is different. They're vulnerable. There are already a lot of teenagers are somewhere undergoing some kind of bullying. And, and then they log in on their Instagram, etc. And then again, there is, the whole concept of cyberbullying, where probably, they made remarks on some of the photo, etc. So they're more vulnerable to develop some of these kind of effects in teenage.
Got it. So that's a difference. So second part जो मैं आपको पूछना चाहता था, आप teenagers के बारे में because बात कर रहे. See, unfortunately, अभी हम सब एक era है जहाँ पे आपके पास Netflix, Hotstar, Amazon Prime, सब कुछ आपके पास तो मोबाइल में. You don't even need a TV.
Absolutely.
You've got, and many of us have shared subscriptions and all of that. तो यहाँ पे बैठे how can you restrict or govern teenagers and their access to such portals?
So again, in these cases, I say as long as you can delay giving a smartphone to your child. It's important to delay. So a lot of times we feel that parents have this FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, everybody in my child's class has a phone, and then we give in. Apna status hota hai. We have to, live up to a status. So we should try and delay, because it's very dangerous to give a teenager who's not well explained about the pros and cons a phone in his hand. It's like a ticking time bomb, and you're giving something that the child can use, but there's no brake system. So a little about teenage brain is, we say most parts in the teenage brain, you're familiar, are developed, but the brake system, which is behind our forehead, we have the prefrontal cortex, that's not developed. That completely develops by only 20 years of age. So between 16 to 20, it's like the emotional center is fully developed, but the brake system is not developed. So you give them something, but they don't know how to stop it. They don't know what are the signs to stop. But you have an open conversation with your teenager about what he's watching. You do co-viewing, you watch along with your teenager, have a lot of parental controls, open communication. This is something that is doable. You can't get away. You can't say you won't give a screen, but giving him that and helping him to use it responsibly, I think that's the key here.
So that's where the parents' roles basically come in. आपने 20 तक बोला ना, 20 तक total develop. I think इसके लिए 21 is like a major milestone for everything. You have your right to do a lot of things after the age of 21. Yes. So देखिए, teenage, as per टेक्स्ट बुक डेफिनेशन स्टार्ट्स एट 13 ईयर्स. अब आपने बोला था कि टीनेजर्स को बहुत सोच समझ के स्मार्टफोन देना चाहिए. तो अभी मैं आपको एक सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा. आज के ज़माने में एक बच्चे को खुद का स्मार्टफोन कौन से उम्र में रहना चाहिए?
See, again, there is no age exactly that I can
Okay.
tell. And first of all, teenage definitely starts at 13, but now we see, early puberty. We see that teenage, it's tween, that
okay.
kids as young as 10 have the psychology or have the intelligence of a teenager. So kids are developing intelligence, social skills very early on. So yes, it's different for every family. I would say it depends on how open you are with your
Okay.
teenager. It depends on how mature your teenager is. What is his social support? Is he spending a lot of time outdoors? Does he even enjoy physical activities? Okay, then you can give the phone because he will also have these things. But
Got it.
some teenager who has lack of social skills, who has say social anxiety, because of which he doesn't have much friends, he's not having a very open conversation with the parents. There's a little disturbance in the family environment. You give the phone even at 15, it's very dangerous at that age because the child is probably not mentally ready to handle something.
it.
So it totally depends on the family environment, the child's temperament, and most important, your communication with your
So
child.
according to you, who takes the decision of giving the phone? Should it be the parents? Should it be a doctor? Should it be a psychiatrist?
No, I think the parents definitely can
Parents
take the
should.
decision, definitely. But yes, they should be well informed and they should know. Like, I think when you spoke about the series Adolescents, it was like a wake up call. I had a lot of parents who came in and said, they suddenly realized that they are doing something wrong. That in the series, how they show. So they also told me that, yes, they know that their child is behind in his room, the laptop is in his room. He sees only 1 hour, but now they are so scared. What is my child watching?
Exactly.
So it served as a wake up call to a lot of parents. That's why probably Indian parents resonated a lot with the series.
With the series, okay. एक दिन में पेरेंट्स को एक बच्चे को कितना आवर ऑफ स्क्रीन टाइम देना चाहिए? It's a difficult question, I know,
Definitely.
but कितना देना
But see,
चाहिए?
for this, we have actual guidelines. So, our Psychiatric Society and the American Pediatric Society, we've come up with guidelines. This is proper guidelines to monitor screen time. So, our
Okay.
guidelines say less than 2 hours, less than 2 years, absolutely no screen time.
Less than
except
2 years,
for
wow.
video calling.
Okay.
So, okay, you're calling, video calling your relatives, etc. But ideally, less than 2 years because that is the most critical period of brain development. So the child should not be exposed to any kind of screen. Between 2 to 5 years, we say 1 hour of supervised screen time. Co-viewing. You are watching along with your child. It's not like mama is, it's like in this generation, the screen is babysitting the child actually, because the parent is cooking and then the child is left to himself watching something. You don't know when the child will change something and something that he's not ready for will appear on the screen. So 2 to 5 years, 1 hour of supervised screen time, and between 5 to 12 years of age and even above as adults
Okay.
also, ideally it should be about 2 hours. But again, what are you watching? That content is more important at that. And most important, this should not, in any way compensate for physical outdoor activity. It should not be closer to the bedtime because obviously it disturbs sleep. We have a lot of teenagers who come with insomnia, sleep problems. And, they're like, oh, doctor, I need medication for my sleep. The first thing you ask them is, till what time are you watching your screen? Oh, till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night.
And then obviously they can't sleep.
You can't sleep after that. So we say at least 1 hour before your bedtime. Or it should not be in the morning before the child is getting ready for school, etc. After completing all their work. Yes. So those kind of guidelines, if they're followed, I think. But yes, most important, less than 2 years, they should not be exposed to any kind of screen. 2 to 5 years, 1 hour of
I
supervised
think आपने
screen.
less than 2 years देखा. How many parents watching actually follow this? देखो मैं तो fail हो गया डॉक्टर मंजरी का टेस्ट में, but I'm sure more than 90% I failed. But yes, कहाँ ना कहाँ I think हम सबका
We need to
responsibility.
know
It
these
is,
when
yes.
we need. There is a lot of reasons why these guidelines have come up actually.
Okay. But thank you so much for being so honest. On Detox with Dr. Kapil पे आपने ये सब बताया. It's really, screen time is a huge problem. If I go back to my childhood, I have to thank, let's say, Cartoon Network for a lot of things, because वो time पे screen time हमारे लिए सिर्फ Cartoon Network ही रहता था, and our parents were very strict. Thank
Tom
God
and
our
Jerry.
parents were. अरे Tom and Jerry बोलो, आप Scooby Doo बोलो, Flintstones बोलो. देखो ये भी मेरी daughter ने select किया मेरे को पहनने के लिए. So ये सब में हमारा बचपन निकल गया. जब से आई बिकेम अ फादर, एक नया वर्ड मेरे वोकेबुलरी में ऐड हुआ है, वो है कोकोमेलन. आपने इसका जिक्र भी किया था. सो सबके घर में कोको, मैं तो यार सवेरे उठ के मेरे मन में वो गाना ही बजते रहता था, इतना हद तक कोकोमेलन आ गया. बट विथ रिगार्ड्स टू कोकोमेलन, आई वॉज वेरी डिस्टर्ब्ड एंड आई रियली वॉन्ट योर ओपिनियन. लॉट ऑफ पीपल वॉन्ट योर ओपिनियन. Everyone should go online. You search on Google, on YouTube. There are many videos about cocomelon and the addiction that it is causing to children. अभी आपने 2 years बोला था. A lot of Cocomelon का songs are in fact before 2 years, जो सारे बच्चे ये सब करते, Wheels on the Bus for example. 2 things I would like to just mention about Cocomelon. First is the accusation is that the colors which they use, bright yellow, green, blue, uske karan visually the kids get addicted. They want that color kick, if I can use that word. That's the first thing. Second, a lot of young parents, when you hear Cocomelon jingles, जैसे रहता ना, brush, I want to brush my teeth, and then it's like yeah,
Repetitive.
I want to. So ये जो repetitive words है has been deliberately put in the lyrics because that repetitive makes the kids go in that mental loop sort of कि हमें और चाहिए. अब ये हमने ऑनलाइन सर्च किया. You have a lot of experts online, but you are the medical expert. So I want to put this question to you. Do you agree with this statement that there is something known as Cocomelon addiction?
Definitely. I wouldn't directly blame the makers of Cocomelon. They've made it. They want to sell it. They're going to be good at marketing. You can't really blame them. That's their job. We obviously sell what we do. And they're doing it very well. Again, here, I would say it's more of the parental role here. But again, yes, like you rightly pointed out, the bright colors, the, repetitive effect. This is something that children get hooked on to. Forget children. I think even we would get hooked on to
मैं
it.
तो अभी भी Wheels on the Bus रोज एक बार सुन ही लेता हूँ.
Exactly. But in our times, हम लोग भी सुनते थे. But it was probably वो गाना बजता था. We didn't have the visual at that time. So even now when parents say that's the best way to teach children rhymes, I tell them the same rhyme can be played on your phone and the phone can be kept somewhere. You want the child to listen. But this watching definitely can become, addictive to the child. Again, like I said in the beginning, the dopamine kick. The child feels instantly happy. You try this, your child is in a bad mood. You put on Cocomelon, immediately your child starts laughing and forgets what he was throwing. So parents also use it as a way to steer the tantrum. He's throwing a tantrum, he's being aggressive. You put on Cocomelon, child instantly calms down. Okay. But again, you restrict it. No, it's not anything in excess is bad. You eat ice cream too much, that's bad for you. So similarly, Cocomelon, anything in excess would be bad. So similarly, Cocomelon, if you use it for that 45 minutes or that 1 hour, and you are watching with the child, so you know where to stop.
Got it.
That's the point, that controlling the amount that he's watching and of course what he's watching, that is more important.
मंजिल, अगर मैं आपको लास्टली एक क्वेश्चन पूछूं कि एक्सेस स्क्रीन टाइम इन चिल्ड्रन के कारण मेडिकली क्या क्या इश्यूज हो सकता है, एंड इफ यू कैन जस्ट डिस्क्राइब सम केस व्हिच यू हैव सीन इन योर प्रैक्टिस, इफ यू कुड डू दैट फॉर अस.
Sure. So we see teenagers, if I talk about teenagers here, a lot of them being exposed to bullying, example, online. Or, a lot of years ago, Facebook was the in thing. I think when we were MBBS students, it was the in thing. Orkut tha, then MBBS. Now, teenagers don't use Facebook. It's outdated. Yeah. It's Instagram, Snapchat. But long ago, there was coined this concept of Facebook depression. You try it also. You watch Facebook for a lot of time. For now, you watch Instagram for a lot of time. You're not somebody who posts. You just watch. What's the instant feeling that you will get? I mean, the first emotion generally after watching Instagram for about 45 minutes.
लोगों का जिंदगी कितना अच्छा है.
Exactly.
हमारा कुछ नहीं
है. So
है.
it's basically jealousy. A little bit of envy, jealousy,
yes,
feeling a little bad about yourself, right?
True.
This
correct.
is what anybody looks at. Why? Because what do you post online? You post only your happy moments. You've had a bad day. You're never going to post about it. You're going through a difficult, turbulent time in your life. You're not going to post about it. I see a lot of teenagers fighting with their parents, couples fighting with each other, and they post only the lovey-dovey, rosy pictures. And I'm like, I know the real story also. So it's appalling to see what people post. So somebody who's going through a bad day, say your teenager is having a bad time at school, college, and he logs into his Instagram and sees, all of them hanging out, having fun, etc. He'll feel worse about himself, right? So that's why, social media can give this. I have a lot of teenagers, the best students. I had this kid who was till his 10th standard the topper, always been the topper from 1st standard to 10th standard. 11th standard, his parents, because he did extremely well in his board exams, parents gifted him, that computer, Xbox, the whole system, whatever, gaming laptop and all. 11th standard, he has stopped going to college, completely stopped going to college. And, he doesn't get out of his room to the point he doesn't bathe, doesn't brush his teeth. That's for somebody coming from a very good family, doing very well, how addictive even video games can be. So again, it again boils down to when is your child ready? What are the other things that are going on in his life? Based on that, we take that decision.
Got it. तो मंजिल, स्क्रीन टाइम के बारे में आपने इतना जो बताया, एक चीज़ जो आपने बीच में भी मेंशन किया था was about learning, difficulties. lot of people are somehow linking something known as autism and screen time. So I just had some doubts about autism, because a lot of parents are concerned कि क्या है autism. So अगर आप एक simple चीज बता सकते हो लोगों को कि autism exactly क्या है and autism spectrum disorder क्या है, इन दोनों में difference क्या है?
Basically, we have now changed our diagnostic system to call it autism spectrum disorder.
So there's
because
nothing
when you
known as
say
okay.
autism, it's like sometimes the parent associates, अरे बहुत severe है. Because autism, we know the way it's shown in movies, or people think of it that the child can't speak, the child has intellectual disability, etc. So it's now coined as autism spectrum disorder. So whether the child has a couple of symptoms or all the symptoms of autism, they still fall under the same diagnostic criteria. That's our DSM-5 diagnosis. Autism is what? I mean, it's definitely increasing. And what autism is, basically a child who is very self-absorbed, where there is a delay in social skills and a delay in speech, language and communication, along with some repetitive behavior that the child shows. It's a early childhood disorder. We tend to diagnose, and we want to diagnose it as young as before 3 years of age, because
Before
that's
3?
when early intervention begins.
So before 3, matlab you
It
you're
has
seeing
to be diagnosed before 3 years of age.
okay. So is there anything known as adult onset
Definitely
autism?
there is,
ऐसा भी
yes.
कुछ होता है?
Adult onset नहीं, adult autism होता है. So
Okay.
which was like probably the symptoms were not seen in childhood, or were not diagnosed in childhood, and then but we definitely see more of childhood onset cases, especially now. And yes, when we diagnose them in childhood, begin the necessary intervention, definitely there is a lot of help that is provided to the child, and the child can do very well in.
तो बीच में एक मूवी आया था माई नेम इज खान, जिसमें शाहरुख खान वाज द हीरो ऑब्वियसली, एंड ही प्लेड दिस प्रोटोगोन. ही हैड अ वेरी अनयूजुअल बिहेवियर. तो लोग ने वो टाइम पे कुछ तो बोला था कि ये एस्पर्जर है, ये ऑटिज्म का टाइप है. तो ऐसे ही होता है एडल्ट?
Yes, that is kind of Asperger's. Now all these diagnoses are coming under autism spectrum.
तो सब कुछ
disorder.
क्लब हो गया.
Yes.
ओके, परफेक्ट. पता नहीं, अभी जो नेक्स्ट चीज मैं बोलने वाला शायद से आपको ये अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. देखिए, मैं पर्सनली बिलीव इन सम कॉन्स्पिरेसीज. ठीक है, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन बिफोर यू हिट मी, बट लेट मी एक्सप्लेन. देखिए, ऑटिज्म का सम टाइम बैक जो प्रिविलेंस जो हम बोलते हैं वो 1 in 10,000 था. 10,000 बच्चों में से एक बच्चा को ऑटिज्म है. हम जब बच्चे थे तो मैं तो कभी ऑटिज्म सुना भी नहीं, मैंने ऑटिज्म देखा भी नहीं है. आप अगर आज देखोगे तो ऑटिज्म का रेट 1:36 हो चुका है. हर 36 बच्चों में एक ऑटिस्टिक बच्चा है. ये आज का सिचुएशन है. इफ यू गो टू वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डेवलप्ड प्लेसेस ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, जहाँ पे डायग्नोस्टिक्स बेटर है, पीडियाट्रिक साइकाइट्रिस्ट बेटर है, कैलिफोर्निया की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, 2024 में वहाँ पे ऑटिज्म का रेट 1:21 हो चुका है. 21 बच्चों में एक हो चुका है. सो हाउ डू यू एक्सप्लेन such a vast increase in autism?
Yeah, that's definitely true. And like you said, it's 1 in 36. That's the Indian population ratio also. I personally, in my clinic, in the last 10 years, have seen this huge exponential rise in autism. So about 10 years ago, when I started the clinic, I would see maybe and diagnose 1 case in a week of autism, new case I'm talking about. Now I see at least 3 cases every day almost. There are days when there are 2 or 3 cases that I newly diagnosed with autism, and it's definitely alarming. The thing is definitely more understanding. Like I have parents of, even 14 months, matlab the child, baby is just 14 months old, 15 months old. They see some of the symptoms and they come just to check if anything can be done. Not everybody who comes to us is immediately diagnosed and immediately started with therapies, but they're aware. Pediatricians are more aware. There's more general awareness. And of course, because of this diagnostic, like I told you, the change, we call it autism spectrum disorder, even a mild case can be diagnosed, because then we can start early intervention. Because the thing is, there is no cure. So if anybody tells you they completely treat autism, it's wrong. There is no cure. There is no medication that we use specifically for autism. But the only way out is a lot of intensive, long-term therapies that we have to do for the child with autism. That's why. And some time back, we spoke about the brain. So where we said that most of the brain develops in the teenagers, but 90% of the brain development happens in the first 5 years of life. So that's a very critical. So between 5 and 20 is the rest 10%. But the first 5 years are extremely critical for brain development. So in case we see any atypical, brain is not developing in the typical way, it's going slightly atypical, we can pick it up, we can do something. So therapies are meant to, change or meant to, harness some skills in that brain. So that is why when the earlier we diagnose, the earlier we start treatment, the better is the prognosis and outcome.
लेकिन मंजरी, अभी अगर हमने इतना एक्सपोनेंशियल राइज देखा है ऑटिज्म में, 1:36 आपने बोला, ये इंडियन डेटा है,
Definitely.
तो इसका कारण क्या हो सकता है? मतलब इज इट वैक्सीनेशन, इज इट आवर फूड, इज इट हेरिडिटरी, इज इट एयर पोल्यूशन? मतलब क्यों हम इतना इंक्रीज देख रहे हैं?
So again, there is a couple of years ago, there was postulated that MMR vaccine gives rise to autism. So a lot of parents stopped giving MMR vaccine.
जो measles वाला जो है,
Yes,
okay.
it's just that MMR is given at 18 months, which is the time that we start seeing symptoms of autism. So it's just coincidental. We say definitely there is no link. A lot of studies have proved that that theory is wrong. So there is exactly no known specific reason for autism due to which there is no treatment.
Okay.
But yes, early diagnosis, better awareness in public, and of course the disorder itself is increasing. We know in medical field every disorder has a prevalence. Right now I think it's the worst time, but the good news is that they're coming at very mild stages. So we can diagnose, we can treat, and because of our schooling system, for us the biggest improvement is that these kids with autism are enrolled and can go to mainstream schooling, unlike earlier where they were sent to special school. So earlier it was like mental retardation. You must have heard the term mental retardation, but now it has been replaced by intellectual disability. We can't say mental retardation. So autism, mental retardation, they were all clubbed under the same group, and they were probably either sent to a special school or kept at home. Now things are different. Children with autism, we see children with autism having very good IQ as well. Their SQ is low, their IQ may be very good, so they can go to mainstream schooling also. So that's why parents also come more for treatment. Pehle parents used to shy away. Something is wrong with my child. I have that public stigma. I don't want to get my child out in society. But today parents come, they accept the diagnosis. Definitely,
it's become more
acceptance
acceptable.
has been, because also they are seeing change in their
Exactly.
children.
जैसे आप बोल रहे, awareness भी काफी ज्यादा है, and because of people like you, this thing is caught in the early stage. So that's a good news and good sign for all of us, in fact, in society. See, US Secretary of Health जो है, RF Kennedy Jr., in fact, he is publicly voicing against autism, not against autism, but awareness of autism. And उन्होंने recently mention किया था कि in US they're going to start something known as an autism registry, जहाँ पे सारे cases को they can calibrate and they can catch and they can study it further. इंडिया में आप अगर देखोगे तो रिसेंटली शार्क टैंक में हमने देखा था एक एपिसोड में, एक डिवाइस दे वर ट्राइंग टू पिच विच वाज नोन एज AI Gnosis, विच इज लाइक एन AI सॉफ्टवेयर जिससे दे कैन अगेन स्क्रीन एंड कैच ऑटिस्टिक चिल्ड्रन अर्ली. डू यू थिंक ऐसे इंटरवेंशंस करने की जरूरत है, और वुड यू रादर वेट फॉर द पेरेंट्स टू कम टू यू?
See, we can do, I would say, rather than online, an astute pediatrician, because where do you take your child? First, you take your child to a pediatrician, right, for your routine vaccines, etc. So pediatricians, teachers in preschools, daycares, if they know about the early signs, that's when they will refer. So nobody goes directly to a child psychiatrist. Nobody comes directly to me unless it's very severe and unless they're teenagers. They are referred to us by these people, by teachers, etc. So they help us in understanding. So if general public understands, like we spoke about guidelines about screen use, if people know what are the early signs, then you will go and try to find out if your child is showing those signs.
तो अगर मैं आपका एक क्वेश्चन पूछूं कि ऐसे बच्चों में क्या सिम्टम्स होता है, उनके बिहेवियर में क्या चेंज होता है, हाउ विल यू आंसर दैट?
So see, what we have certain milestones, like when your child starts, you have a 2-year-old, you're watching for the milestone development. Correct. Right? 3 months your child started holding the neck, 6 Correct. months pe rolling chalu ho gaya. You wait for that time when your child stands on their feet. By 1 year they start walking. By Correct. 2 years they're saying, we're waiting for them to speak at 1 or 2 years, etc. So these are milestones that people are aware of. These are motor milestones. You know this generally. There's something called as social milestones. We call out our child by their name. You call out the child's name and the child looks at you. This should happen by 1 year of age.
By 1 year.
By 1 year, the child should start understanding their name. Whether you or either any stranger calls out, they should at least look, because your name is being called out. So that's one of the first things. Then a child after 1 year, when you're trying to engage your child, looks at you, gives you eye contact. A child with autism is, self-absorbed. They're not in touch with the, external world. They're very self-absorbed.
Okay.
When does speech come? By 1 year, a child generally says mama, papa, the first few words. By 2 years, a child says 2 words together, give me, let's go. These milestones are severely delayed. We have 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, they're not able to say a meaningful word. Again, here I'm saying meaningful because the child, like I mentioned earlier, will say a poem probably, but will not call out to his mama. So, we ask the mother, आप दूसरे room में हो, बच्चा आपको बुलाता है कि नहीं? No, the child cannot look. So not responding to name call, not giving eye contact,
Got it.
not saying any meaningful word, not playing with other kids. 2-year-olds, they're very excited when they see other kids. They want to engage, they want to play. So this child with autism is more involved. There are 4-5 kids, the child is just, this is something a parent starts understanding, the daycare teacher or the school teacher starts understanding this child is not mixing with the others. Or, you tell your child, take this there, child cannot follow a basic instruction. So these are some of the early warning signs of autism. So absence of something that should have come. Then a lot of parents ask, oh, but you read online, you read things like child has to flap, the child has some stimming behavior, etc. These are abnormal behaviors that come later. But the first few signs are जो normal social and speech milestones है, वो नहीं आते. So delay in milestones is first to catch, then look out for other signs.
तो देखिए, because we are doctors, we understand milestones का कैसे करके, but suppose there are concerned mothers who are watching you right now. एंड सपोज मैं आपको एक सिंपल एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ कि टेल मी 3 signs which every mother should watch out for in their children to even suspect autism. Top 3. तो आप क्या बताओगे?
Again, not responding to his name. That is first very important. Any parent can pick it up. Your child is 2 years. By 1 year, your child should start responding to name call.
Okay.
So the child not responding to name call. The child not calling out to you as mama or papa. The child is not calling out to you. And the child is just engaged in himself. Normally after 1 year, the child always wants our time, is looking up to us, won't let us do our work. But this child, आप कुछ toy दे दो and he's just playing by himself. So very self-absorbed. These are some things that any parent can immediately pick up. Why is my child not engaging? Why is my child lost in himself? Why is my child not responding to name call?
Got it. So these are the 3 things which you would want parents to watch out. ये जो ऑटिस्टिक बच्चे हैं जब एडल्ट्स हो जाते हैं, जैसे हमने शाहरुख खान को देखा, एस्पर्जर जैसे है, तो इनको लाइफ में क्या प्रॉब्लम्स होता है? लेट्स से दे आर 25, बचपन पूरा हो गया, लेट्स से दे आर 20, 25, क्या प्रॉब्लम्स इनको हो सकता है लाइफ में?
So again, it depends on when the autism was diagnosed and when therapy was started, when treatment was initiated and how long they did therapy. So like I said, we have some 14, 15 months old and we've started therapy. We've seen brilliant results. Now they're 4 or 5. We can't even make out that the child has any signs of autism because we worked in the developing brain and we saw early intervention results. However, if a child has, come to us a little later, there will be a challenges. We will work on social skills. We will work on their educational impairment. But social skills, the child may not always be very freely able to communicate with everybody. ये जो repetitive behavior and the other things, they generally go off. Hyperactivity होता है इन बच्चों में, that goes off. But not able to communicate, being more, introvert kind of. Those are some of the things that can happen in adulthood. But I don't think it's that dysfunctional. Again, if they've received treatment in the early years.
So, लेकिन आपने बोला था कि ये जो interventions आप करोगे, there's no definite cure, but there are definite interventions which trained child psychiatrists and everyone have to do, someone like yourself. मैं थोड़ा सा आपको एक from autism, I would like to go to the other spectrum. There's something known as ADHD. आजकल ये भी ना हर पेरेंट के vocabulary में ADHD करके आ चुका है. सिंपल चीज ADHD का एक तो फुल फॉर्म क्या है एंड व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ADHD?
Yeah, so that always brings a smile on my face because nowadays I have parents who come and say, I think I have ADHD, so I think my child has ADHD.
Okay.
And there's a lot of online assessments that people do before even coming to us.
Okay.
Or a lot of our psychiatric
Dr.
diagnosis,
Dr. Google is there everywhere.
Is very loosely used. That makes us feel very bad. Oh, I was depressed. Why were you depressed? I got a B. So that's not depression. That's not anxiety disorder. This is not ADHD. Okay. So these disorders or coining should be left to doctors because obviously we take a lot of precaution when we diagnose somebody because that diagnosis stays for a very long time, sometimes lifelong also. So ADHD is definitely very common. It's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Okay.
So it's not like the child is seeking attention. So again, parents say, "Arey, mera bachcha na is always seeking my attention. Usko ADHD hai kya?" So this is attention deficit.
Okay.
So there are 3 core symptoms that everybody should know.
Okay.
One is hyperactivity.
Hyperactivity. Okay.
Yes. Second is inattention.
Okay.
Means can't sustain attention for a long time. And third is impulsivity.
Okay.
So these are the three main symptoms of ADHD in children.
तो बच्चों में तीनों साथ में रहता है कि सिर्फ एक हो सकता है?
So again, बच्चों में ये तीनों रहती है. You'll see any child, a 4-year-old, will be थोड़ा hyperactive, will be inattentive. You can't make him do like 2 pages of work. He will be a little impulsive because, you know, all the brain pathways are not yet developed. But again, we see how much impairment it is causing. So again, we tend to diagnose, like autism, we diagnose very early. ADHD, we tend to diagnose around 5 or 6 years of age.
Okay.
Before that, we say, okay, child is hyperactive. Most important, can the child modulate himself, regulate himself? So घर पे hyperactive है, but स्कूल में बैठ रहा है कि नहीं, स्कूल में complete हो रहा है कि नहीं? Is there some kind of functional impairment that is happening? That is what we have to see in ADHD. So the way we diagnose ADHD is, you know, we see if these 3 symptoms are present in both at home, in school, and in social life. So we have 3 things. No, a child stays at home, a child, you know, goes to school, and then you take a child to a restaurant, mall, or your friend's place, etc. So we try to ask the parents' behavior in all these 3 settings. So some parents tell us, you know, किधर भी नहीं बैठता है, बैठता ही नहीं है. It's like a whirlwind. We can't take him to a restaurant. We stopped going to malls because the child is always restless. School teachers are always complaining that the child can't even sit, you know, घूम रहा है class में, and at home also like this. Then definitely, you know, probability is higher. There are some children who are hyperactive at home because parents are not home. They are not getting to go to playgrounds, etc. They are hyperactive at home, but you know, when you give them a task, they can sit and complete. That's not ADHD.
Got it. आपको पता है, आपने ये हाइपर एक्टिव जो लास्ट में जो बोला, सदगुरु हैड अ वीडियो, एंड उस वीडियो में उन्होंने बताया था कि बहुत सारे जो, जैसे आपने बोला, यू नो, रॉन्गली कॉइंड ADHDs जो आजकल बहुत होता है. So even he was of the same opinion कि it's just that your kid is just hyperactive. He just needs to channelize probably his energies in a better way. और एक बार अगर energies अच्छे से channelize किया तो your kid automatically will, you know, sort of calm down and will come in his elements. ADHD आप बोल रहे हो कि अगर सब कुछ करने के बावजूद हर जगह पे अगर उसका ऐसा ही बिहेवियर है, that is when you start suspecting ADHD है. करेक्ट. तो ये ADHD भी, is it because of something we eat? Is it hereditary? Is it environment? Is it vaccination? आप कारण क्या बोलोगे?
All of our conditions are like biopsychosocial. There is definitely some biology involved. Certain parts of the brain, the parts of the brain that control your attention, focus, impulsivity, obviously are still to be developed or underdeveloped in kids with ADHD. Psychology, the child's temperament, you know, बचपन से भी, sometimes when we take the history, the mother says, as an infant, he never slept. You know, he always gave us difficulty sleeping. This is a very early sign of ADHD, difficulties in sleep, which is not common in children. And, you know, the child, and the environment that the child is growing in. Yes, definitely some environmental bit is possible. But again, it's a complex thing. There is no specific reason for ADHD. But in ADHD, there are definitely medications, there are therapies that can help the child.
I was about to ask you this because आपने autism के टाइम पे बोला था कि कोई treatment है नहीं. It's more of a behavior and more of an intervention. But ADHD में you are saying there is treatment available.
Evidence-based medications.
Got it. So ये medications आप बचपन में ही start कर देते हो, obviously because एक बच्चा ही आपके पास आ रहा है, and suppose कोई reason के लिए नहीं आ पाए, या तो there is lack of awareness or whatever. When this kid becomes 16, 18 or something, what are the difficulties that he will have in his latter life?
So whether treated or not treated, I told you 3 main signs, right? Hyperactivity, inattention, impulsivity. Whether you treat it or you don't treat it, hyperactivity is something that will naturally fade off as the child becomes a teenager. You won't see a teenager that disruptive. But inattention, impulsivity, and teenagers, when we spoke about the brain development, teenagers are already very impulsive, emotionally charged, and no brake system. So they are doubly impulsive. So that's why they are the ones who will get more into, say, road traffic accidents, substance abuse. They have this novelty seeking, kuch to naya try karna. That's there in ADHD. They get bored of things very easily. So that's why the risk in teenagers getting into wrong stuff or getting into other diagnoses is very common. That's why the need to treat, even if we've diagnosed it in a teenager, is very, very crucial.
But then treatment is available, which
Definitely.
is a good sign.
Treatment is available. There are very good evidence. But again, people have a stigma against psychiatry. So they come to me and say, okay, you're the child psychiatrist, you can treat us, but no medications. Why no medication? No, any medication that a psychiatrist will give will cause me to sleep, will cause me to put on weight, and will be addictive. This is all wrong. I'm a child psychiatrist. We do give medications, but when needed only.
Okay, perfect. Manjari, tell me 3 things which Indian parents are doing wrong, but they don't even realize it.
I like your thing with numbers. You want everything in a particular number. So yeah, maybe all parents, maybe especially if you're asking about Indian parents, let me see. I think one of the thing is we're forgetting our own culture. I think yoga, prayers, this is something that the Western world has adapted to, but we've forgotten. And I personally think it's not about religion, it's about spirituality. You know, for mental resilience, spirituality is definitely needed. So engaging a very young child in yoga, in having a routine in which, you know, his child begins his day with a prayer, definitely ending, like I said, with the gratefulness, this definitely will build mental resilience. But I think we're forgetting our own roots and the Western culture is taking this. So maybe skipping this. Second, maybe comparing. I wouldn't say that only Indian parents do it, but yeah, I think it's very common. You know, तुम्हारा वो cousin ये कर रहा है, तुम्हारी वो
शर्मा
friend
जी का
ये कर
बेटा वो वाला जो है, हाँ,
like,
correct.
it has come down, but it's still subtly they do it, and children at any age, as an adult, I wouldn't like it. So a child whose confidence is developing definitely wouldn't like it. And third, I think it would be maybe we're not ready to let go of our children. We still have that thing.
Attachment
It is good, but you know, it shouldn't be obsession. It shouldn't be that, you know, we're not giving the child a space to grow on his own. So yes, maybe being over attached and not letting go, that would be sometimes a mistake that we tend to make.
Okay. अगर मैं आपको एक क्वेश्चन पूछूं, बहुत लोगों ने ऐसा पूछा कि एक आइडियल रूटीन, एंड आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट मेंटली हेल्दी किड्स, व्हाट शुड बी द आइडियल डे टाइम रूटीन एंड आइडियल बेड टाइम रूटीन?
So I would say routine, yes, is very important, which is why I think in COVID things went for a toss, because nobody had a routine, right? I mean, the routine was disrupted. So we say we have some things that we do every single day, whether we are on a holiday or whether we are in school. So waking up at the same time, you know, getting ready, waking up at the same time, saying a prayer, I think should definitely be included. Having some free time, me time, like even a 4-year-old should be taught, even a 3-year-old should be taught, you play by yourself. You don't need constant stimulation. You play just by yourself. That's where the imagination of a child grows. So giving some free time, definitely some time for physical exercise. This is something that is missing. We are living in, you know, standalone buildings, but still making sure that one physical activity the child is being engaged in that has very good things on the mental health, and it's a routine that we have to do. Sleeping at the same time every day. In bedtime, yes, sleeping at the same time every day. Before sleeping, you know, at least 1 hour, 2 hours for children before bedtime. Absolutely no screens. Rather, just songs you can listen, you know, audio kind of stimulation, and just recalling the day and spending some good quality time with your parents, and then finally going off to sleep.
जब फिजिकली फिट हो जाता ना, थोड़ा मेरे आंखें ऐसे नीचे हो जाते थोड़ा, आई गेट अ बिट डिस्टर्ब्ड बाय दैट.
Model good role behavior.
यू नो, और भी क्वेश्चन. हमने पहले कोकोमेलन के बारे में बहुत स्पेसिफिकली बात किया था कि एडिक्शन सब कैसे क्या है. सपोज एक हाउस होल्ड है जहाँ पे द मदर रियली इज बिजी, खाना बनाना है, जो भी करना है, वॉट एवर है, यू गॉट अ किड. सपोज आपको स्क्रीन बताना ही है, वॉट शुड दे शो द चाइल्ड?
So again, like I said, screens are not bad. It's just the quantity of time that we give, and again, what we are making them watch. So yes, nursery rhymes being played, Cocomelon, not anything, but you know, something that is a nursery rhyme. Animal-based stories, you know, animal movies. They're very good for kids. There's a lot of learning. Children connect immediately with animals. So some kind of series, you know, Paw Patrol or whatever. I'm not naming a particular series, but anything to do with animals. You know, those are, you know, still doable. And best is audio. You want to keep your child busy, just, you know, play something on Alexa, Google. We have all of it in our homes, and let the child listen to music. And I would say best is if you want to avoid screens, your 1 hour is over. We underestimate the power of imagination in a child. We think, अरे बच्चा कुछ नहीं करेगा. But you give that time to your child. Children do very good things with their imagination. A young child as 4 can, you know, you just give him 3, you don't even need toys. We have parents who say we can't afford toys. No problem. Just give 3 or 4 things from your kitchen, 3 or 4 things from your bedroom. The child will play. हम लोग तो वैसे ही बड़े हुए ना. भातुकली was our favorite game in childhood. And children even today will enjoy those things. So you don't need very high-tech games, etc. Basic, you give them dough. Let them just keep kneading the dough. You put some pebbles in the dough, and the child has to take. This is something we do for attention and concentration in children. You know, you put thermocol balls. You get those colorful ones. Put them in a bowl. Tell the child different colors. Give 4 bowls and say sorting karo. Child will be engaged for half an hour. Child finds it extremely fun, and it's improving attention.
Plus, it's good for them also. And plus,
this
no
is an
screen
activity
also.
that
That's
we do
brilliant.
for attention. So simple things like this. You give them clay. The child has to make animals or whatever. This is imagination. This is also fine motor skill development.
तो ये सब हम कर सकते हैं. Obviously, we should replace this. Okay, perfect. एक एक sort of एक salty topic है. Let me start by saying this. Teenagers, 13, 15, जैसे हमने बोला online, you've got so many contents है. But that is usually the age when everyone starts getting hooked on to, unfortunately, pornographic content. Is there only better governance that we must do, or what exactly, suppose a parent does find out कि my child is watching pornographic stuff, या तो has got easy access to it, how should a parent confront this situation?
I think it begins from open communication. I think even as parents today, the moment I tell parents, you start talking to your child. The child should know about all these good touch, bad touch when your child is 3, 4. Sex education as young as 10 years, it's needed. वो school में किए सकते हैं, हम लोग नहीं कर सकते. Why? You're the parent. You should talk about it. When does a child get curious? When he hears something but doesn't know about it. And when many times children first approach parents. Mama, can you tell me about this? What does a parent do? Arey, this is not for your age. You go away. You're not supposed to talk about this.
Yes,
This
that's a general
only
reaction.
increases his curiosity. Whom will he turn to? He will turn to the internet for something like this. So when your child is ready, have that age appropriate dialogue with him. Unfortunately, if your child is exposed, which many children will be, I'm sure you can also relate that we've all done these things. Don't overreact. That kind of a reaction, oh my God, you did this, I'm so ashamed of you, etc., is not needed. This is a something that will happen. Like we spoke about temper tantrums or outbursts. This will also happen. It's the reaction that will decide whether this behavior will continue or not.
Okay.
And it's not like only the father can talk about it. Even a mother can talk to the child about it.
But it should be a restrained approach.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Sex education in schools, should this be compulsory?
Definitely. It should be. It is. We do it in a lot of schools, and I think it is much needed. It's much needed as younger kids. The kind of questions we get asked when we go. So when I go, they're shy to ask. So I generally give them papers and I say, don't write your name, just, give the paper and ask your question. You will be shocked to see what a 10-year-old can ask for. I mean, you wouldn't think of it till you're 20 probably at that time. Today, even 10-year-olds, because they've seen, they've heard, so they link things. So it's so important to understand what your child already knows and whether it is true or false. And it's best that you start it at home and then of course the school does it. But I don't like this concept where हम लोग तो fees भर रहे हैं, child should learn this in school. You're the parent, you should be the first point of contact. Your child should feel that my mother is approachable, my father is approachable, I can ask them anything, and then you decide how much information to give them or not.
I think जैसे आपने पहले बोला कि that relation should change, so you should also become more of a friend probably
Definitely.
towards your children. Okay. Sex education, pornographic content की जब हम बात करें, unfortunately हमारे country में young children, especially young girls, and I'm annoyed by this fact because I'm a father of 2 girls, so a lot of movies have got item songs or item numbers. I don't want to mention, but obviously people know
Yes,
about this.
yes.
I personally feel that it's got a very detrimental effect on young girls. You've seen parties, young girls coming and doing, they're trying to imitate.
Yeah.
Dance jab karte aise. What should be done about this?
Again, here I wouldn't blame the child at all. It's completely the parents' fault. Because, who is teaching the child? Who is saying you can dance on this song? Parents hi kar rahe, and then they start clapping. Your child doesn't know. The child put on, say this, whatever, Munni Madam, and the child started dancing to that. It is your responsibility to put off the song and say, let's change the song and let's dance on something else. Many times we see parents are only, teaching them and showing them these steps. The kind of clothes that very young children wear, the kind of makeup that you put on with very young girls, this is extremely detrimental to their mental health. So I think we only have to be more aware of what kind of things we're watching when they are around, second, and what are we letting them do. So dance, yes, it's very good for kids, but of course it should be, something that is modest, especially at their age.
Okay. भी आपने इसका mention किया, so I'll ask this question. Makeup, cosmetics, ये सब एक लड़की को क्या उम्र में you must introduce?
The later the better, but of course we see 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, and the mother is very happy.
Exactly.
Oh my God, मेरी बच्ची मेरा nail polish लगा रही है, मेरा lipstick लगा रही है. It's cute to a point, but again the child doesn't know when it is not good. So that's why certain schools have very strict rules. There are unfortunately some schools that even allow this kind of thing. It should not be allowed. It should not be allowed even at home. So you start that training. There is a certain age. A child can be told that there is a certain age at which you can do it. The child will follow it.
Correct.
So obviously the later the better. The child has to be mature enough to understand what is the need of doing that.
Got it. A lot of kids, when they see movie songs. We just discussed about item numbers, pornographic content. Sometimes they've got a very wrong impression of what a physical structure should be. You know, a lot of them want to be like their on stage heroine or hero, and we see this obviously more in girls कि ऐसा बनना है, मुझे भी ऐसे करना है, to the point that probably they can get obsessed and do something wrong or something. How should a parent react to this, and how should the further course of action be?
Again, it boils down to the child's self-confidence, the child's developing personality, etc. Somebody who's vulnerable and is seeing this kind, thinks that the only way I'm going to be accepted is if I'm a size 0. So then she starts dieting, starts fasting. We have kids with feeding disorders, young girls with, you must have heard, anorexia nervosa, bulimia, and so on. That's a separate topic by itself. But yes, I think parents have to be very aware and be watchful of these things. The child will get influenced, but it is about us giving that positive influence. So when we praise a child, we tell a parent, don't praise by physical appearance. Like, oh my God, you're so pretty. That's not required. Oh, you did this so well. You were so good today. You helped this child. So change the way you praise. We as parents sometimes say, oh my God, you're putting on weight. You should not put on weight. The body shaming starts at home for the child, and that's when the child, carries it further. And then if he faces it in society but doesn't face it at home, it's still okay. But it hurts more when the parent is body shaming. So we have to be mindful. Again, I would say praise should be on internal attributes, not on physical appearance.
I think my household में reverse body shaming हो जाता है. My daughters tell me, तो I'm safe. At least on that matter, I'm safe. कि मेरे घर में body shaming बच्चों का तो नहीं होएगा at least. But ठीक है. आपने आपका ये podcast में पहले भी बताया था, but I want to ask you this. During COVID and after COVID, what all mental health problems did you see in children?
So COVID was very good for certain teenagers. We have this disorder called a social anxiety disorder. Matlab, they feel a lot of fear, anxiety when they have to talk to people. They tremble when they have to give a presentation and all.
Correct.
They were the happiest in COVID because interaction ही नहीं था, right? But then when COVID stopped and lockdown opened, these kids had such a difficult time getting back because 2 साल तो मेरे को बात करना ही नहीं पड़ा. So those kids who were 10 probably when COVID started and they became teenagers and everything opened up to them, they found it extremely difficult. Or children who had online schooling, I hated that concept, but children had to go junior KG, senior KG online, and then suddenly they were exposed to, having to go to school. They found it extremely difficult. Teenagers, where there were certain families that I saw where parents and 2 teenagers, one teenager, I think they had the worst time during COVID because obviously you don't want to see each other's face. Teenagers need some time away from parents routinely. True. You need that. We've been teenagers, and I remember I used to want some time with my friends and all. They were not given that. So growing up in a home where the mother is frustrated, father is frustrated, teenager is frustrated.
Correct.
It was terrible for those kind of families. Okay. So we saw illnesses like anxiety, depression, definitely autism for that matter, because of, they were not exposed, etc. And, social skills had to be developed. So those kind of disorders increasing post-COVID, definitely. Addictions for some reason reduced during COVID because substances were not available. Some teenagers were smart enough, they knew, but most of the teenagers didn't get access. So addictions definitely came down during that time.
So Dr. Manjari, आपने इतना अच्छा सब चीज़ बताया. We are having so much of response कि there are so many questions in fact, coming in. So it's a rapid fire section जो मुझे आपको एक क्वेश्चन पूछना है.
मतलब आप मेरी एग्जाम लेने वाले हो.
वो तो एग्जाम तो लेना ही है ना.
I thought मेरा टाइम हो गया.
आप थोड़ी ना लोगे एग्जाम, तो हम भी लेंगे obviously. So this is a rapid fire section, quick 6 or 7 questions. ठीक है? So one kids show that you think should be banned.
Can I be diplomatic or have to be straightforward?
It is completely on you.
So in my opinion, aggressive things. Shin-chan is something that I've heard from children. They depict and there's a lot of aggression. So I think aggressive video games, Shin-chan for example, these kind of shows should be banned.
Shin-chan supporters बहुत हैं.
Yeah,
वो देखते
sorry.
रहेंगे आपको. ठीक है. What is worse for kids, sugar or screen time?
Very difficult. Both are bad, but I would definitely say screens are worse. Sugar is also bad for children. So it's all about restriction and moderation.
Okay. What is the most overhyped parenting advice that you absolutely hate?
Advice that parents, talk about?
Parenting advice, yes.
Absolutely hate. So it would be, let your child, be. As in, you have to let your child be. But there are some things where you have to teach your child a couple of things, and you have to monitor your child's growth.
Got it. So don't just completely let go.
Yes.
Okay. One parenting mistake almost everyone makes.
Comparison.
One parenting trend you actually love.
Both parents being equally involved. I think that's very good and that's very important.
Okay. Age when a child should get a personal smartphone.
Again, I think parents would be very curious. I won't have an answer, but I would say if you can delay it till 16, 17, it is much better.
16, 17, we've got kids यार वो तो 5 या 6 में खुद का फोन रहता है. But
Which is
ठीक है.
wrong, completely
But
wrong.
16, 17, okay. Your first reaction when a parent says, मेरे बच्चों को तो कुछ नहीं होता, वो बहुत smart है.
Let me see. Parents' definition of IQ is very different. Okay. So here, if I can give a case example, I had a parent who said, oh, my bacha is very, very intelligent. 4-year-old. I said, आपको कैसे पता है? So he said, वो ना मेरा phone unlock, मैं कितना बार password change करता हूँ, वो unlock कर देता है, YouTube पे जाता है, उसका favorite song बजाता है. I said, okay, I let the child come in. We have this pegboard ABC, 1, 2, 3. 4-year-old should be easily able to do that. He was not able to put a simple circle in a circle or A into a A.
How old was this child?
4 years old. I asked him, how are you? He was not able to. So intelligence is not what he can do. Here I would say that these children in today's times, they are digital natives. That means they are born in this digital era. They don't have to be taught. They will automatically learn these things.
Correct.
We are immigrants. We came into this generation.
Yes.
So don't equate your child's intelligence with how effectively he can use a smartphone or a laptop for that.
That's a very important statement. Don't equate your child's intelligence with smartphone. That's a wonderful takeaway message.
Thank you.
डॉक्टर मंजरी और भी बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन जैसे आ रहे तो उसमें एक क्वेश्चन जो आई रियली फाउंड वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन IQ, EQ and SQ? मतलब what are the full form also and what is the difference between the three?
It's a very, very important question. And IQ is basically intelligence quotient. This was obviously is important and it was given a lot of importance. Now things are changing. Correct. EQ is emotional quotient.
Okay.
SQ is social quotient. So I can give you a simple way to understand is IQ kya hai? IQ is generally our marks, our academic thing.
Correct.
So to get into a college or to get into a university, IQ is very important because you need the marks, you need the percentage. Without that, you can't, right?
True.
But to be successful in life in general, if you ask me, then your EQ and your SQ is very important, which is your emotional quotient, which is your social quotient. I'm sure you'll remember some of your batchmates who are extremely academically, affiliated, extremely the best academically. Are they all doing that well today?
No.
Exactly. And
Not at all, in
some
fact.
I just say average, but we're doing decently well.
True.
So again, in life, it's your ability to EQ is your ability to regulate your own emotions and understand the emotions of others. So in life, in college, to be successful, your EQ is important. SQ is social skills. How do you get along with others? Again, as a young child can be trained, and a child who has low EQ, sometimes parents come and tell us, my child has low EQ. Matlab kya, he doesn't empathize, he's not having feeling. But that's something you can train, you can change, you can evolve, you can develop.
Okay.
IQ is something generally we're born with and stays fixed throughout life. But the good part is, what is more important in life, EQ and SQ, and these are things that we can work on. A child, through parents' help, through others' help, can improve his EQ and SQ.
So this is what they mean by you want an overall development. It's not only IQ, you want all aspects of life.
So for mental wellness, EQ, SQ are much more important than IQ.
Okay, got it. अभी आपने जिक्र किया अबाउट मार्क्स, अनफॉर्चुनेटली हम उस सोसाइटी से आते जहाँ पे हमेशा एक शर्मा जी का बेटा का तो वो सिंड्रोम है ही हमारी सोसाइटी में, वो अच्छा कर रहा है तू क्यों नहीं, वो 90% लाए वो. इनफैक्ट इफ यू रिमेंबर 3 Idiots में आमिर खान मेक्स अ स्टेटमेंट दैट सोसाइटी इज सो ऑब्सेस्ड, स्पेशली इंडियन सोसाइटी, 95% से ऊपर लाया तो ही तुम अच्छे हो, अदरवाइज तुम नहीं हो. ये हार्श रियलिटी है हमारे सोसाइटी का. डू यू सी अ लॉट ऑफ केसेस लाइक दिस दैट देयर इज सो मच ऑफ burden put on the child?
Definitely. And the best performing students don't perform because of this pressure, because there is this always pressure. So yes, there is to be some comparison, some motivation. You have to motivate your child, not necessarily compare. So you compare him to his old self, no? Like last year, you got 78% or say 90%. You try for a higher thing. So we always say when you're compare with the child's past performance, not with another child. The moment you compare him to another child, the child immediately starts feeling, okay, my parent thinks of him in a better way, and the confidence is shattered. So even a very good student will not perform in his exams because he has this pressure. I have to do better than Sharma ji ka beta. What if Sharma ji ka beta got only 46? Will you be happy if your son got 47%?
हाँ, ये पेरेंट्स को पूछना चाहिए था. अब बोल रहे हो आप, अब तो हम बड़े हो गए अनफॉर्चुनेटली.
Here, I'll talk about this bright spot theory also. Correct. So, commonly, I'll ask you, if your child comes to you 4 A's, 1 B, पहला क्या होगा अपना? B क्यों मिला?
हाँ.
What does the child feel? मैंने इतने मेहनत से 4 A's लाए. This is something that happens and this is something that because our brain has a negativity bias. पहला चीज़ negative देखते हैं हम लोग. But that has to change because the child will start feeling I got 4 A's but my mother only looked at the B. So first appreciate the good, then you talk about what was not so good.
Got it. I think Shahid Kapoor एक podcast में आया था recently in which he probably आप जो बोल रहे exactly he told the same thing that don't compare. If you want to compare, you just look at where you started from. And then today आप कहाँ पे पहुंचे. आपको ये journey देखना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है rather than you look at someone else and then you have all sort of negative emotions. So I think this is exactly what you have summarized. Also we spoke about parents being present. आपने बहुत बोला था कि मदर को भी रहना चाहिए, फादर को भी रहना चाहिए, बट कभी कभी ऐसे हो जाता है कि फिजिकली यू आर प्रेजेंट फॉर योर चाइल्ड बट इमोशनली समहाउ यू जस्ट अनअवेलेबल. आप शायद से आपका टेंशन किधर और है, आप कुछ और सोच रहे हो, आप वो टाइम नहीं दे पा रहे हो, तो ये कैसे मिटिगेट करना है?
Highly possible. We live in such competitive worlds. We are so pressurized because of our own jobs or other things. It's very possible that you are with your child but you're not there. So you're present but not present in that sense. And a child will pick it up. So its first thing is the screens are the biggest distraction. So when you're talking to your child, first put the screen away. And yes, your office problems, home problems, you try to leave at the door, spend that 1 hour, 2 hours with your child. And then, okay, once the child sleeps off again, you continue with your work if you have to. But that 1 hour of quality time, especially I think meal time, so the most important thing is your dining table or your hall should not have a TV. Because
that's a good
especially your dining table, because otherwise everybody is eating together, but what are they doing? They're all watching the screens, right?
Remote के साथ,
So that's not eating together. Eating together is when you are having conversations. And I think because most of us, only dinner is the only time that we spend with our family, you have to make a conscious attempt that no phones, no TVs near the dining table. Ask your child. And many parents say my child doesn't share with me, my child doesn't open up to me. Where is the child going to learn from? So when your child is very small, you start telling, today I came back from office. Today I felt sad in office because this happened. I got angry on my colleague because this happened. So parents often ask me, how do I increase my child's emotional intelligence? So this is called emotional vocabulary. He starts understanding what makes him sad, happy, angry. That is when you start sharing. And you tell him, yes, I got angry. This is what made me sad. So tomorrow your child will tell you, Mama, this happened. I felt sad. But it has to come from you. So you have to share more first so that your child starts sharing.
Okay. So it all starts basically from your family. You have to show, only then they will learn and they will understand. Yes. Perfect. मंजरी एकदम whirlwind सेशन हो रहा है कि बहुत ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन भी है, लेकिन यूजुअली मेरे पॉडकास्ट पे मेरा एक सेक्शन है जिसको मैं बोलता हूँ व्हाट्सएप ज्ञान सेक्शन, बिकॉज आजकल व्हाट्सएप पे बहुत ज्ञान मिलता है सबको. मेरी यूजुअली जब अलग अलग स्पीकर्स आते हैं तो मैं रिस्ट्रिक्ट करता हूँ कि भाई 5 क्वेश्चंस एंड दैट्स इट. लेकिन यू वोंट बिलीव, आई स्पोक टू लॉट ऑफ मदर्स, इवन माई ओन वाइफ. आई वॉज आस्किंग देम अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस कि मैं क्या क्या पूछूं. आई वॉन्ट टू नो कि लोगों में क्या क्या सवाल है. इतने सारे सवाल आ गए कि मुझे अनफॉर्चुनेटली 5 से थोड़ा आगे बढ़ाना पड़ा. सो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल वॉन्ट टू नो द फॉलोइंग थिंग्स. ओके, so it's not exactly ज्ञान, but I'll give you some statement or certain thing and you can just let me know what your opinion is. ठीक है. सबसे पहला चीज, there was a statement that there is nothing known as childhood depression. बच्चे जो बोलते हैं ना कि हम डिप्रेस्ड है, ये बस कुछ नहीं, इनको नजरअंदाज कर दो, इनको बैट बॉल पकड़ा दो, खिला दो, they will be okay. This was the statement. What is your response?
That's very hurtful to hear as a child psychiatrist. But yes, that's the common ideology and thinking, unfortunately, still in a lot of parents, even educated parents, even doctors for that matter. When, we make a diagnosis, etc., a lot of people say, the child is just being lazy. The child doesn't want to study. The child wants to get away with anything. There's nothing as depression. I've given my child everything. How can he have depression? So again, depression is not because of the absence of something in his life, right?
Okay.
All our disorders are biopsychosocial. Depression is something that again has a lot of biology, to the point where there are severe biological symptoms at times in depression. Psychology, the child is, not able to, his temperament is like that. And socially, because the child may be facing some social challenges. So when there is a combination of all these, along maybe with a family history, childhood depression is very, very real. And we are definitely seeing more and more cases. Just like autism, we are seeing more and more cases. Just recently, a couple of days back, had a teenager very severe signs of depression. The parents
Okay.
only came at a stage when it became very severe, because unfortunately the child had attempted to self-harm in some way, and that's when it came to the notice. Immediate first reaction of the parents was, ye natak kar raha hai, yeah, he's threatening to get something. But on the history, it was like 6 months. There are so many symptoms that, it can't be ignored. Parents kept pushing it off, but now the parents know, and they're, very desperate to get help. But unfortunately for us also, there is no quick help. So childhood depression is very real.
Okay.
Some of the signs I can just, tell, because parents, I think, should know about it.
They should,
is
yes.
definitely.
Please.
So, like in an adult will be able to say, I'm feeling sad. Children cannot verbalize at times their emotions, what they're exactly feeling. So, the child is irritable more often than sad. Child is irritable. The child is very tired often. Fatigue is a very common symptom in childhood depression. The child who was very energetic, etc. Now, after reading one book, after running 1 kilometer, feels very tired. So, easy fatigability. Loss of interest in his hobbies. We call it anhedonia. So, your child loved football, loved cricket, loved going out with his friends. Now, he's not doing anything. He's not feeling joy. He's isolating himself. Interaction has reduced. Again, parents say, but ye to teenager hai. But reduced interaction not only with parents, which happens in normal teenage, but also with his friends, also with his teachers,
Got it.
And of course, negative thoughts. A child as young as 10, 12 can say, I'm not good enough. I don't feel like living. And sleep disturbances, falling ill very frequently. Many a times they come to us, they've been to various doctors, being treated for various things, and they're just not getting better. Probably depression was being missed, and that could be the reason. Child is repeatedly falling ill.
Got it. So this is a real thing.
Definitely.
And जितना जल्दी हो सकता है, these kids need attention.
Yes.
And need obviously an expert advice. Okay, perfect. Second जो part है, बड़ा सा debate है. लोग बोलते हैं कि जॉइंट फैमिली इज बेटर देन न्यूक्लियर फैमिली. आप अगर इंडिया को ही देखोगे तो ऑल ऑफ अस वर एक्चुअली यूज्ड टू अ जॉइंट फैमिली प्रॉब्ली 2 generations बैक. आज लेकिन हमारी पूरी सोसाइटी में न्यूक्लियर फैमिली का कॉन्सेप्ट आ चुका है. फ्रॉम अ ग्रोइंग चाइल्ड्स पर्सपेक्टिव, विच इज बेटर, जॉइंट की न्यूक्लियर?
So again, I would say there's no black or white answer for this, because I've seen children of joint families
No, you
have
should not be
more
diplomatic.
difficulties.
You should not be diplomatic.
I'll tell you the reason also. I've seen kids today also in joint families, but they have more issues. Sometimes I've seen children in nuclear families. Why? In a nuclear family, both parents have the say only. Correct. In a joint family, everybody is parenting the child. Everybody's style of parenting is different. There's so much generational change that sometimes parents are accepting, but the grandparents are not accepting. So I think both sides have pros and cons. And we have to accept that with time, nuclear families is going to be the in thing. I mean, and that's going to be more common. So what can we do about it? That is more important. So nothing like nuclear versus joint, which is better.
ऐसा नहीं. So such a debate should not be. Okay, perfect. तीसरा जो है, जो हमारी कंट्री में बहुत ये है, आई एम पुटिंग दिस टर्म सिंगल चाइल्ड सिंड्रोम करके जो है. आजकल बहुत सारे फैमिलीज वांट ओनली 1 child, दैट्स इट. बट आप अगर 2-3 जनरेशन ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स को पूछे तो हमेशा वो लोग यही बोलते हैं कि बच्चों को हमेशा सिबलिंग रहना चाहिए बिकॉज इट हेल्प्स इन देयर ग्रोथ. सो कौन सही है, हम सही है कि वो सही है?
Again, unfortunately, no. You'll say I'm being too diplomatic, but no correct answer. I have a single child, and that was a personal choice. So again, I think it depends on the choice of the parents. Nothing here. Both have its pros and cons. Yes, the common ideology is my child should have somebody when I'm not there. Should have a sibling to lean back on. We often see siblings fight also, like terribly, and family
so
issues also.
happen.
So that can backfire. Sometimes I see children with special needs, right? So most of the times, parents want to bring another child into this world only because they want somebody to take care of this child. And I see terrible things happening because the child who doesn't have any problem is often ignored because the child with special needs a lot of attention from the parents. So I see that child suffering more psychologically. So again, I think it depends on the parents, both your financial status, your relationship with the child, your relationship with each other. I think that is very important thing, because many times, we'll have another child, problems between us will settle, they'll only get worse. Because then parenting differences also start.
Okay, तो अभी आपने ये मेंशन कर दिया कि डिपेंड्स ऑन योर रिलेशन विद ईच अदर. इसके ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन है. देखिए, अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे सोसाइटी में आज डिवोर्सेस जो है, इट्स ऑन अ राइज. बहुत सारे डिवोर्स के केसेस है, सेपरेशन है, माँ बाप लड़ते बहुत है इन फ्रंट ऑफ देयर किड्स एंड ऑल. तो ये सारी चीज़ों का एक बच्चों के ऊपर कैसा असर होता है?
Very difficult for the child, definitely. Parents, when I see parents and I, obviously know they're going through difficulty, they say, no, we are very mindful. We never fight in front of the child. That cannot happen. A child as young as 4, 5 can sense these things. You don't have to argue, but your body language says it all, right? So even a young child can say, there are parents who stick together. They're having a terrible marital relationship. They're only staying together for the child. You're doing worse for your child, because the child sees that, the child sees and the child learns that, you just have to stay together. So rather co-parenting when you guys are not together and still giving the best to your child, that is much better. But yes, we see kids definitely going through a lot. Unfortunately, sometimes the custody battles, the court cases, etc. A child should not be put through all this. And if he has to be put through all this, he should get some emotional support during this journey.
Got it. लेकिन ये ऐसे कुछ होता है कि divorcees के बच्चे themselves are more prone to being divorced in their life. Is that true?
No such study, but definitely, I've spoken to some kids, young kids, just to ask their opinions if their parents were divorced. It can be extreme. A teenager once told me, I know what not to do. I'll be a very good partner to my partner. I'll give you a very good partner in the future because I know exactly what not to do.
That's a positive. That's a positive attitude.
I saw another child as young as 10 years she was, and she told me, I'm never going to get married in my life. I said, why? Because I've only seen my parents fighting from the time I've been a child. So it totally depends on the child's temperament, I would say.
Correct. ठीक है, अभी जैसे we're discussing about parents, I would like to discuss about mothers. Mothers के ऊपर बहुत guilt हो जाता है because देखिए आज के ज़माने में you've got working mothers. You've got this entire category which is probably not common 2 generations back. लेकिन आज every girl child wants to be a pilot, wants to be a CEO. You yourself are a working mother. So बहुत लोग ये भी करते कि यार आप बच्चों को टाइम नहीं दे रहे हो, आप बस आपका करियर देख रहे हो. तो एवरी वुमन इज स्प्लिट बिटवीन करियर एंड बीइंग अ पेरेंट. कहाँ ना कहाँ हो जाता है. Now this debate can continue, लेकिन I want to ask you from a child's point of view, is the presence of a 24/7 mother important and recommended?
So again, we say quantity of time spent with the child is not as important as quality of the time.
Okay.
I have spoken to kids, young kids whose moms are homemakers or whose fathers, now today we have the concept of father as homemaker also. But they say, my mom is all the time with me, but she's not with me. So when I've asked why, because my mom is always doing home chores. When she's free, she's always on her mobile or chit-chatting with her friends. While, a working mother, I would like to say I'm a working mother, but I think we definitely carry a little bit of guilt. So when we are with our child, we're conscious a little that, I have very little time. Let me make it count. Correct. So again, it's the quality of time that you spend. You ask a lot of kids these days. I generally, when they come in, I ask them the first question, what do you want from your parents? The first thing they will say is, I want them to put their phone down when they're talking to me. Even a young child. My child is 6 and he tells me also, like, the moment we come home, we have a rule, no phones on the dining table, because obviously that's the time you communicate to each other. So it's about modeling good behavior to your child.
So quality is more important than quantity. और आजकल इसके कारण जो बहुत ये nanny cultures जो है, it's on the rise. Is that advisable or recommended, or
again, it's the need of the hour. Whether it is, advisable or not, it's the need of the hour. I mean, if I have to run my clinic and I have to see, I have to have some support. Our parents are getting older. We have that guilt of not wanting to burden them. If the nanny is reliable, again, you have checks. You make sure you know what your nanny is doing with your child. Make sure that the phone, the screen, etc. is not available when you are not available at home, etc. So those are the things that you'll have to do, but
it's
there is no option.
ज़रूरत जैसे
Definitely.
Correct. अभी मैंने mothers के बारे में पूछा. Let me ask about fathers. 2 जनरेशन पहले लिटरली द एवरेज फादर डिड नॉट नो कि मेरा बच्चा कौन सा क्लास में. लिटरली 2 या 3 जनरेशन बैक तो उनको ठीक है स्कूल जा रहा है आ रहा है ठीक है. दैट वाज द होल कॉन्सेप्ट कि मैं पूरा बाहर का संभालूंगा तुम घर संभालो. एंड दैट वाज हाउ सोसाइटी यूज्ड टू फंक्शन. आज के ज़माने में वुड यू स्टिल से that fathers should be like this, or you feel fathers should be much more involved with their children?
I would say fathers should be, and I would say fathers are also being more involved. Correct. That's a definite positive change, and that's the reason most of us are also working. Correct. And able to. And I think it's equal responsibility. So in my clinic, in the waiting area, earlier we used to have only mothers. Nowadays we definitely have more fathers in the waiting area.
It's a good sign.
It's a good sign. They are taking. I see fathers more involved in therapy, wanting to know what's happening with their child. Sometimes, very rarely, if I go to drop my child, because my husband does it, but you see more fathers dropping off their child. So they are more involved, and you talk to a child, definitely, I think in those early developmental years, the father is the superhero, no? Whether it's a girl child or a boy child. They want
even
more
later
time.
in life, we are superheroes.
Yeah, but that's the fight between each other.
Correct.
But yes, a child needs equal time, because what a mother can give, a father cannot give. What a father can give, a mother cannot give.
So दोनों का obviously रोल important है. You know, कभी कभी हम बच्चों को देखते हैं, we go to a mall or something, या तो नीचे कहाँ चल रहे हैं, तो कुछ कुछ बच्चे जमीन पे लेट के ऐसे पटक रहे हैं and all of that, and we are scared कि यार ये क्या हो रहा है यार, ऐसे tantrums. तो ये tantrums normal है, और अगर normal है, when does it become abnormal? Lot of people wanted to know this.
So this is called terrible twos, between 2 to 4 years of age, 2 to 5 years of age, tantrums are common. The
Okay.
child is asserting himself. The child understands कि मैं एक person हूँ and there is a world around me. So they want that, like we spoke about, immediate gratification. मैंने वो shop में वो teddy bear देखा, मेरे को चाहिए मतलब
ही है,
चाहिए
correct,
ही. So it's about how you give in to your child and what kind of behavior you're doing at home. And the best way for a tantrum to end is pay no attention. No amount of talking, convincing will help. It will only increase, because that is attention in some form to your child.
Okay.
You just leave your child there and then, and that's why I say, start doing that at home, because then that won't happen. At home you can just leave your child. After 5 minutes the child typically looks around, okay, nobody's paying attention to me, वो चला
चली
जाता
जाता
है.
है. But when does a tantrum become कि parents need help?
So again, above, even between 2 to 5, it's extremely frequent.
Okay.
It's not ending only. It's very, very, disturbing, even if the child has everything, but still. And it's, in every context. घर पे भी हो रहा है, mall में भी हो रहा है, schools में भी हो रहा है, and the child is showing irritability,
That is when
etc.
they need
That's
help.
when definitely they need help.
अभी हेल्प की बात की तो मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इस पे ही है. सी यूजुअली हम वी गिव अ ब्लैंकेट स्टेटमेंट कि आपको तकलीफ हो या ना हो, आपको डेंटिस्ट को दांत दिखाना ही है. Every 6 months जाना है, every 1 year जाना है, you have to. Would you recommend that every child needs to see a child psychiatrist irrespective of the fact whether they have any problems or not?
So I wish I could say that very, very
You
nicely.
can. मेरे podcast में तो आप बोल सकते हो, no problem.
So I wish that was the truth, because as a psychiatrist and at our clinic, we say we not only treat psychological illnesses, but we're also promoting mental wellness in children.
Okay.
And more than a child, I think it's about the parents. I think more than a child, seeing the parents going to somebody to see, what could be best for their child, parenting advice, etc. would be ideal. So
it.
I think we have evolved a long way. We have parents coming today even before conceiving. They just want to know what are the challenges they will have to face, what are the things they have to be ready for, some parenting strategies. I think that's a huge step. I had a couple recently, they were going to undergo divorce a couple of months later. They wanted to know how to help their child, or at what point their child needs to see a child
very
psychiatrist.
mature.
That's extremely mature, and I was really surprised, very happily surprised to see the level of awareness in parents today. So yes, definitely it would help, but I think there are some warning signs that you need to be aware ki, okay, this is when you need help. And help doesn't mean that doctor will diagnose you and start you on therapy and start you on medication, but maybe you just need to see if something is going wrong, because if we are in that orange zone before it turns into a disorder, we can help much more. So if your child is not sleeping properly, if your child is not eating properly, child is having very frequent mood swings, the child is not engaging in friends, etc. The child is lagging behind in studies, a child who was doing very well is suddenly dropping, etc. A child has stopped a teenager especially has stopped interacting with you. A child's milestones that we spoke about earlier are not developing on time. These are some general
things. Okay.
feedback, general red flags.
From a school's perspective, आजकल बहुत सारे school principals, school teachers है, they promote that हमारा एक inclusive school है, and they have come to this fact कि whatever be a disability और जो भी, सब बच्चे साथ में रहने चाहिए. Is this something जो आप recommend करोगे, or would you recommend isolation of children with special
Today
needs?
we are an all-inclusive society, and we have to move towards that, because that child has no, fault of his for being a child with autism or learning disability or ADHD. He or she has every right to be in mainstream schooling, and it's very nice that most schools today are inclusive.
Correct.
The inclusive means you are able to adjust a little for this child, because this child needs a little attention, needs some accommodation from the school, whether it is seating accommodation, writing accommodation. So you can't just say you have to be prepared. You have to have a psychologist on board. You have to have a counselor at least in school, probably a special educator, so that they can cater to this. But yes, that's where the all-inclusive society will begin. And sometimes we talk to children with autism who are, low, like very early signs of autism, and you've done well. And they tell us, we are very accepted by kids, in the class, and everybody is helping
So
us.
you feel good.
Parents sometimes are not accepting. The
Acha.
parents sometimes tell, wo bacche ke saath mat jana. So it's as a society that we probably have to still move.
I think more awareness is still needed, but I think we've come a long way, जैसा आप बोल रहे हो.
Definitely.
अगर मैं आपको parenting strategies के बारे में अगर मैं आपको पूछूं, how should what should be the general strategy which parents adopt बच्चों के लिए and teenagers के लिए?
So I think your parenting strategy evolves and it should be changing. It should be according to your child's temperament. The parenting strategies that we use for a 3-year-old, 5-year-old cannot be used. At 3, 5, we can still tell the child and the child will do it,
Correct.
right? You can't do that with a teenager. You can't even today do that with a 6-year-old. We experience it at home. You have to give an explanation. And that's fine. We, on one hand, are teaching children to be more assertive, right? So they have every right to ask, why can I not watch screens? You give an explanation.
Yeah.
So that kind of diplomacy, that kind of sitting at the table, discussing the rule is set, why the rule is set, and then child having some say in it also. But obviously some things we need to tell. So I think your parenting strategy as a teenager will definitely change. Your teenager won't be as close to you. So we see parents, especially mothers, go through this. Oh, I was the
Bachcha
child's
chale
best
gaya,
friend. Now the child is not talking to me.
Correct.
It will change, right? It will definitely change. So we see, we call this empty nest syndrome, means when your child is 18 and he leaves home or he or she leaves home for education, child settles very well. Parents are worried that the child won't settle. It's the mother or the father who can't settle.
They don't settle.
We have to evolve, no? We can't be that, we can't give that child the feeling of claustrophobia also. So let them grow by themselves.
Manjari, my last question to you, and it's been a tremendous, podcast, a lot of question and answer session. But मेरा last question आपके लिए ऐसा है कि can you just summarize and tell us 5 things that every parent must do in order to make sure that the child psychologically develops better? It's like a take-home message. 5 things.
Okay. So, very difficult to summarize in 5 steps. I will try. First, I would say is model good behavior rather than saying. Actually model. You don't want your child to watch the screen. You don't watch the screen in the first place at that time at least. So modeling good behavior. Second, quality time, the thing that we spoke about. You have 1 hour with your child. You're an extremely busy parent. It's fine. But that 1 hour, make sure you're fully there for your child.
True.
Third, before sleeping, we do this, gratitude kind of thing. I think it really helps. Today, children we see don't have gratefulness. So every day, just sit with your child and, help him to rewind the day and what was nice in the day. It's called, being grateful. That will build a lot of empathy in your child. So doing this kind of a exercise at night, gratitude, 3 things that you're happy about in the night will really help. 4, be flexible as a parent. Your child will change, accept the change. You may not like your child's friends. You don't have to like them, but you can't hate them as well. You have to approve of them.
Okay.
And 5, just be there for your child. Be non-judgmental. We are very judgmental at times. Your child told you something, especially teenagers tell this. I just went and told my parent this, and my parent immediately gives a reaction. I'm not going to share anything with my mother. She doesn't want an advice. She just wants to share. So be non-judgmental. Listen more to your children rather than always speak.
Unfortunately, we are a very judgmental society. So yes, things do change. But thank you so much, Manjari. आपने इतना time निकाल के you came on Detox with Dr. Kapil. We had a tremendous session. बहुत सारे questions, बहुत सारे challenges जो आज के new generation parents face. आपने बहुत ही clearly उन सबको बताया. But thank you so very much for doing this.
Thank you, Dr. Kapil. It was an extremely fun session for me also. This is something that I do. At the end, would like to summarize it. There are no perfect children. There are no perfect parents. But there are a lot of perfect moments that we have along the way. So just enjoy them and enjoy watching your child grow and make sure that you make them independent enough.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thought-provoking podcast. Really, a lot of emotions in this podcast. सच्ची में जो बोलते ना कि आजकल के बच्चों से आप बस मोबाइल ले लो तो खाना ही बंद कर देते. भाई हम जैसे जो लोग हैं मार खा खा के हम बड़े हुए हैं. इतना डिफरेंस है यार दोनों जनरेशन में. बाय द वे मैं इतना ओल्ड भी नहीं हूँ, जैसे वो भिड़े बोलते हैं ना, मैं वो उस जनरेशन का भी नहीं हूँ. बट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस इन द वे वी नीड टू प्रॉबली रिलेट टू आवर चिल्ड्रन. और आई होप बहुत सारे लोग ये पॉडकास्ट देख के बहुत कुछ सीख लिए बहुत कुछ इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं अपने खुद के पेरेंटिंग में, बिकॉज रिमेंबर दिस पॉडकास्ट वॉज फॉर रियल पेरेंट्स एंड नॉट द परफेक्ट वंस, बिकॉज पेरेंटिंग में देयर इज नथिंग नोन एज परफेक्ट पेरेंट्स. अगर आपको ये पॉडकास्ट पसंद आया, यू रिलेटेड टू इट, यू लाइक्ड इट्स कंटेंट, प्लीज शेयर दिस विद एनी पेरेंट जो आपको लगता है कि ये वाला पॉडकास्ट देख के बहुत अपना पेरेंटिंग इंप्रूव कर सकता है. And in general, if you like my content, please share, subscribe to my channel, which is Detox with Dr. Kapil. Thank you so much.